Hello and welcome back to episode 9 of Casual Chunks. Last time we finished by unlocking the West Lumbridge Swamp, and today we have some tasks we need to do here. As you can see on this task list, we have a few things. First of all, the skill task. We only have the one, which is to fish a raw cave eel, which needs 38 fishing. We did already get our fishing level up to level 45, so it's just a matter of getting the raw cave eel itself. We also have a number of creatures we have to kill: the level 10 big frog, the level 24 big frog, a cave goblin, a regular frog, a giant frog level 13, and the big giant frog level 99. Now, I brought my own candle with me because I'm not spending 1k to buy one from this scalper. So first things first, we've got the frog here above land we can kill. We'll do this one first and then we'll move on to the other frogs as we see fit. That's regular frog down, may as well get the bones. There's also the big frog over here above land, so we'll get that as well. That shouldn't take much longer. One more hit, there we go. And we get the big frog leg, which I guess we'll need eventually for Rag and Bone Man. Over here near the edge of our chunks, we've got the giant frogs, level 13, so we can kill one of those as well. They do give us big bones compared to the other frogs. And since we didn't explore this chunk last time, there's a few things here. We can pick up swamp tar, as you can see. Plenty of that around. And there are the mysterious ruins for the water rune. However, I still don't have rune crafting unlocked, so I can't do anything with that. In terms of other things above ground, we do have a little mine over here with mithril, adamant, and coal rocks. But I've already exceeded those in terms of mining with my level 91 mining right now. So I won't have to do anything with those. And we do have Father Ernie's shack over here, but other than clue scrolls right now, that doesn't do anything for me. Now, before I head down into this hole, one thing of note is that my candle can explode because it's uncovered. I'll just have to make sure to stay out of the gassy areas, but I can kill the cave bugs down there. They do come with a level 7 Slayer requirement, and I don't have a Slayer Master, so I can't actually do Slayer just yet. Hello, random person. But because of the museum quiz in Varrock, I've actually got Slayer up to level 9, so I will be killing one of them even though it's not on the list. For anyone that didn't know, there's a way to get around these wall beasts. If you stand on the square before it and run to the square after it, they won't attack. As I said, we will be killing one of these cave bugs. They regenerate health pretty quick, but not quick enough. There's one down. That was also an easy task in the diary, so I guess that's done. I will have to kill one of these level 24 big frogs, and I'm keeping my chat box open for once because I need to look out for when my candle might explode. So if you see that open, that's why. A little message comes up in the chat box. But there is the big frog down. I guess we'll pick up the loot. One more thing here. I can't attack the cave slimes. They are too high of a Slayer level for me. So because I can't gain Slayer experience, I will be leaving those alone. Just here is the fishing spot, and I need to get a raw cave eel. That's the raw slimy eel. I'll just have to keep going till I get the cave eel. There we go, raw cave eel done. Another task, and the only thing left to do is to kill a cave goblin and a level 99 giant frog. The level 99 frogs are just here over this little agility shortcut, which I can't succeed. And we will kill one of those. Hopefully they're not too dangerous, given they're level 99. I've always got prayer if I need to. I might just put it on to be safe. Okay, nearly there. Only a few more hits necessary. Come on. Any second now. There we go. Level 100 giant frog down. We get giant frog legs and big bones, which we'll bury. Can turn prayer off now. And I got to find that cave goblin, which I think is somewhere to the north there. We can also check out the Tears of Guthix area, but I can't complete the quest yet, so there's no point really sticking around here. Now, before I know someone's going to say it, yes, I can get agility experience by crossing this shortcut if I succeed or don't succeed, but I do not count that as a primary training method. Only agility courses will count toward actually leveling up agility. As much as I would like to get agility up, it's not a chunk task, so I won't be doing that. Okay, here we are, cave goblins. That's a really weird animation. I think someone should probably fix that. I do like that the other one runs away yelling help, that's interesting. I've never really come down here to kill cave goblins before, but there we go. That's done. Do they even have any drops? Oh yeah, they have a number of things. Anything I want? Not particularly. I do need a cave goblin skull, so I might as well do that until I get that for the Rag and Bone Man. Although I suppose that's Rag and Bone Man too, so I probably can't even get it yet, right? Okay, but with that done, that is the last of my chunk tasks to do, so we'll be back on the chunk map and rolling a new chunk. Okay, first new chunk for the episode. What are we going to get? Let's spin 2. It's going to be Berg de Rot and the Sea Spirit Dock. Interesting. Well, Berg de Rot should not have been unlockable because I can't actually get there. What was the other one? Down here. Okay, so that will start to get me access to Temporos. I can unlock that one now. I can't do the other one, so I'm going to have to unlock and relock that chunk. But I can now make the Temporos Cove rollable. That won't give me any new tasks to do though, so let's spin again. Come on, 2 new chunks, something good, something fun. It's going to be Avium Savannah, and what the hell even is that chunk? Is that, oh yeah, it's down here near Remington, okay. Port Sarim Church, anything there? Okay, so ornate gloves, ornate boots, they're both part of the Crack the Clue and similar sort of crap, which we don't pick those up. I don't think it actually gives me access to the dungeon there because that's in the other chunk, isn't it? I might have to check that out. It will give me access to Thurgo, but I can't complete that quest yet. And the other one over here, the Avium Savannah, does that give me anything? No, okay. But I like getting more of Valamore, and it'd be nice to not have to walk around that chunk every time, so I'm going to pick that. I will head there, but I don't think there's anything else for me. Let's check it out, though. Well, I'm on my way toward Varrock to get the bird to go to the Avium Savannah. One chunk I really want to unlock is this Alcarid Mine chunk. For a few reasons. One, just more space on the board. It doesn't really do anything for me right now because I've already done all the mining grinds, but it's this little bit here where every time I go up to this east side of Varrock, I have to be careful not to go out of my chunk, have to go up here and around, and then just continue. Can I just get this one already, please? Alright, here it is, the Avium Savannah. Let us open up that chunk, and we can walk on in. No new music track. Nothing really. There's a mill here, I guess. We got more of the sweet corn accessible. There's a range that's really not well located compared to a bank. Yep, that's about it. I guess we roll another chunk. Alright, so we're still waiting to see what our next big goal is going to be, what our next big grind is going to be. So far today we're just getting a bit more real estate, which is also nice. Interesting. Okay, so first and foremost, the east side of the Fortis Coliseum, there's nothing here. I don't think there will be any possible tasks. I can only barely get up there through this overlook area. And the other one is a little bit more interesting. The Goblin Village. Let's see what this is going to give us access to. Okay, so we do have the Kill Goblin task. I suppose we don't really have all the things we need to do much more than that. Because this will eventually be part of the Goblin Diplomacy quest, of course, and Below Ice Mountain. Why can't we do Below Ice Mountain yet? What am I missing? Ah, yes, right. So Edgeville has Marley in it, who I need to talk to for Below Ice Mountain, so I can't do that yet. I can't complete the Goblin Diplomacy quest because I don't have access to a die maker, because I don't have this section of Draenor. So it won't be much for now, but it's nice to have. I suppose I'll unlock that one. I will have to go all the way back to Falador though. Okay, so I made my way back and here we are at our destination. Let's unlock this new chunk. Done. And we need to do one thing, which is to kill one of their goblins. These goblins are at a different level, higher level than most. As you can see, level 5. I'm going to kill one red and one green, just keep it even. They're already fighting amongst themselves, so let's keep that relatively balanced. That is one red goblin down, and we'll get one green one as well. And what do we get? Goblin skull. We do need that, I guess, eventually. I still don't have access to Draenor, as we know, from my lack of ability to get dyes. So I can't actually complete Rag and Bone Man, as I say. Can't get the vinegar, so there we go. That's done. There's not much else I can really do here. I can steal some goblin mail from some crates, but I'll wait till I have to do goblin diplomacy to get those free goblin mail. In the meantime, another chunk. Here we go, spinning again. We're getting a lot more chunks this episode. Okay, these are some new ones. So, both on Alderaan, which is good because we have a house there now. We can get there relatively quick. So, Dark Moon Ravine. I have no idea. That doesn't seem to give us anything. What about Mist Rock? Anything there? Catch a raw swordfish. Okay, what's the level I need for that? 50. We are currently at level 45, so that's not too bad of a grind, actually. That might be fun. Gives us access to a few things there. Another bank. What else do we get? Item spawns. Nothing much really there. Shops, mining supplies, shields. Okay, there's an inn as well. Yeah, let's get this one. Gives us something to do and gives us some potential fishing levels, so I suppose I'll have to get those up now. I am just going to get those 5 fishing levels here near Barbarian Village and cook them up as I go. I will be dropping them afterwards though, so I won't be keeping hold of all the fish that I catch like I normally do. This shouldn't take too long, I suppose. This also finally gives me an opportunity to do a bit of editing for the last episode while I am grinding. First of 5 fishing levels, level 46. I'm definitely going to need to go get some more bait. There's the second one, level 47 fishing. I can actually go and fish up lobsters at Mist Rock, so I might do that instead. First of all, it will get me into Mist Rock, which I haven't got into yet. And yeah, get some lobsters instead. Because as you can see, I am basically out of fishing bait. And why not get some lobsters? Okay, so I've got my lobster pot that I got from the ruins of Unka, I believe, and then we can now teleport to the house. And thanks to our efforts with construction, I am already in Alderaan. Now, I do get this new one here, Mist Rock, so I've got to make sure I don't go out of my chunk again and make my way down to the fishing spot. Alright, here we are into our new chunk. I haven't actually been to Mist Rock before, I don't think. So, yeah, let's check it out, I guess. There's a pickaxe store here. Nothing new there, nothing for me. What else have we got? This should be a shield shop. That'll be hard to say several times over. Adamant Square and Adamant Kite. I think Adamant Kite is better than what we currently have, so that'd be nice. There's an inn here as well, so free stew. Well, not free. Able to buy stew, meat pies, wine, a bunch of other crap that they have here. And there's a bank here as well, which is always nice. Okay, let's trade in this mithril kite shield and we'll buy ourselves an adamant kite shield. An upgrade. And now fishing. Oh, and that just moved on me, thank you. Okay, we'll cage some lobsters here. Looks like some of the sailing stuff has already been put in. I think that's for a observation or whatever it was called, I don't know. We'll check those out when and if we ever get sailing. Here we go, level 48 fishing. Only a little more to go. Level 49 fishing, 1 level to go. If you're wondering, yes, we do have 2 clue scrolls on the ground. Both of them are beginners and both are for the Wizard's Tower. One of the few places left that we don't have. And finally, there is level 50 fishing done. We can now harpoon swordfish, which we need to do, so let's go grab our harpoon. Okay, now we just need to actually catch one. Hey, done. That was actually really quick. And that's our final chunk task, so looks like we're going to roll another one. Alright, 50 fishing, catch a raw swordfish complete, and spin 2 new chunks. This time it's going to be Bandit Camp and what looks like a bit of the desert area, yeah. Can I stand in this? I think there's like one square there. Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be nothing for now. Just means I'll have more area of Mauritania when I eventually do get in there. As you can see, we've got a couple bits already. And the other one was the bandit camp here. What does that give us as possible tasks? Nothing. Okay, well, a bit more of the desert wouldn't hurt, I suppose. So let's grab that. There we go. And we will head there immediately. Well, the only way to get back is teleporting and going through the Ruins of Vunka area. So let's get onto it. I suppose technically I didn't go here when I was supposed to. So let's just do a quick walk into this chunk. We can get on the boat. But I can't do a match of tempo, so I don't have that chunk. So there we go, done. Let's get out of here before it kicks me onto the game of Temperus, and we'll get a shanty pass and go to our new chunk. Okay, here it is. So we can get up here, but we can't go into the rest of the chunk, I don't think, unless there's a way around this side, but I don't think there is. Yeah, just a little bit impassable. Okay, well, that's it. I'm going to stand here and take damage from the desert heat while I spin a new chunk. Okay, here we go. Roll 2 more. Let's see what we get. Right, alright. Mage Training Arena. There's a bunch of things that we could do there, but for now it's nothing. Except for the magic logs. So if we took this chunk, we would have to chop magic tree for magic logs, burn them, and fletch them, which means a fair bit of a grind for wood cutting and for fire making and fletching. That's not particularly fun. And our other option was the crafting guild over here. Now, I don't know that there's much I'd have to do, if anything, here. Kill a hobgoblin and kill an unarmed hobgoblin. Okay. So yeah, not really much. Would give me a little bit more Falador. There's still little bits here on the left-hand side, the west side, that we're missing. Let me have a look at my stats and I'll have a bit of a think. Okay, so I am level 71 woodcutting, so it is only going to be, well, 3.5 levels at this point. To get my fletching up, I do have all those silver bolts. So I don't need the feathers. Fire making is only level 60, so I would need 15 levels there, but fire making's pretty quick. I don't know if I feel like doing that right now, but maybe. Nah, screw it. We're taking the crafting guild. Okay, let's go kill some hobgoblins. Here we are walking up to the crafting guild with our apron on, ready to enter. There's nothing for us to do in there, but we might as well go in. It's just that easy. Come on, guys. If only I had access to these silver rocks when I was doing my silver mining grind. Not that the bank's any good to me, though. There's always the deposit box, though, if I ever need to do it again. But now the things that I do have to do. So, I need to kill 1 unarmed hobgoblin, which I've chosen this guy. Or this one's chosen me, I suppose. Okay. We might get an attack level by the end of this. Feels weird killing hobgoblins and not being after the champion scroll. There we go. That one's down. Now we got to find the armed one, which is just here, and kill them as well. Sadly, these other hobgoblins have other ideas. I probably should have worn some armor, but oh well. Come on. I need this one. There we go. Okay, armed hobgoblin down, and I will kill this tagged one that I started killing. There we go. Done. That rock is clipping through. Interesting. And there's that attack level, level 42. But you know the drill at this point. After a couple of episodes trying to get more chunks with all the death grind I had to do, it's strange to get so many chunks this episode. But back to the spinner. Okay, our tasks are complete. Let's spin for 2 more chunks. And we're going to get... long spin this time. Giant's Plateau and Mage Training Arena. Well, shit. Well, we knew this was going to happen eventually. I'm in for a bit of a grind. So, Mage Training Arena, we've already gone over what I have to do for that. As for the Giant's Plateau, I get that one there. You can see there are quite a number of tasks. Most of this is based around Giant's Foundry and having to get the log slots from that. So yeah, there's that option or the wood cutting option. I think even though I've just come out of a long smithing grind, I'm going to go right back into it. I have all the plate bodies that I made. I might as well use them. Okay, let's click it. Giant's Plateau unlocked. And we need to do all of these things. Now let's go over them just quickly and we'll see what exactly this entails. So first and foremost, you can see 60 attack to wield a Colossal Blade. Colossal Blade I can get from the minigame. I'll need to buy that for one, and also I'm going to have to get 60 attack to wield it. I just got an attack level, but I'm not that close to 60, but we'll get it probably on the hill giants that are up there actually, because it'll be pretty good training. We will have to kill one hill giant that's at the bottom of the list here, one from the plateau because they're different to other hill giants in a couple of ways, a couple of drops. We will have to complete the Sleeping Giant's quest, and then we're going to have to get the Smith's Boots, Gloves, Trousers, Kovacs Grog, Smithing Catalyst, Tunic, and an Ore Pack, as well as the Giant's Blade or Colossal Blade that I already mentioned. All of those from the minigame. Now, I do not have to get all of the different molds, but I can if I want. I'll see how we go before I make any decisions on that. I think for now, obviously, it's a no because it's not required, but if I find that it's worthwhile, then I'll just pick them up as I go. But first, let's complete the quest. Alright, here we are, new area, time to unlock that. Thank you. And we'll make our way up there and start the quest off. Sleeping Giants is the quest, for anyone that doesn't know. Gives me access to the Giant's Foundry and the minigame that I have to do. Just got to move past all of these aggressive hill giants and speak to this one. I got to try to strike him. He tells me not to. And he basically tells me that he wants help fixing up the forge. Quest helpers come up to help me out there. I've got all the things that I'll need. This isn't a very long quest, so we'll just skip to the end. One other thing is there's a bank right here, which is really useful. So the gist of the minigame is this giant, Kovac, will give us a commission. He'll tell us what sort of sword we need to make. And then we've got to fill up the crucible, this bucket here, with items and bars. We can take these ones here during the quest and use them to fill it up. But as you can see, that includes items like plate bodies, which means we can basically recycle them. Let's just put all of this crap in. Yep. Bit of everything. Sure. I've got to put these in separately. Okay. But as you can see there, the bronze plate body counts as 4 bronze bars. And if I do this iron one, it's going to count as 4 iron bars. So you basically recycle for 1 less bar than it took to make initially. So things like daggers, 1 bar required for that. You can't use those, you can't recycle them. So plate bodies are the best investment for recycling because you only lose 20% of the value instead of more. Be that 25%, 33% or 50%. So that's why I made so many plate bodies. Other than they're just quicker to make. The next step of the process is we have to set up the mold. In this case, he wants a flat broadsword. So you can see that there are a number of different options here. Narrow, heavy, spiked. Here's a flat one for 8, but there's a better one here, broad and flat. So we'll choose that one. And then for blades, broad and flat, tips. Looks like we're not going to get a bit of both, so we'll go with this flat one. And that basically sets it. You can see the points over the top left. And then once we start that, we would be emptying the crucible. And then the reason we have a bucket of water in the inventory is because we don't have ice gloves. We need to cool down the mold. There we go. And then we can pick up the sword and start to work it. Now it's a little bit slow to do, but you can see that the bars at the top, there's a little arrow, it's moving across. At the moment I need to hammer it. And we also have to watch the temperature gauges. It's got to be hot while we hammer it, and then the heat changes as we go. Okay, it's starting to get cooler, so we need to put it back down into this lava pool, heat it up a bit, and then we can continue hammering it once it's a bit hotter. Like this. Once the hammering's done, we need to cool it down into yellow heat and start to work it over here on the grindstone. And you'll see that working it on the grindstone is also putting the heat back up a bit. So we need to fill the bottom gauge, but not let it go back into the red heat. Okay, now we're finished with the grindstone. We need to cool it down into the green temperature with the waterfall. And now we take it to the polishing wheel to finish it up. And as you can see, the polishing wheel takes the temperature down further, so we may have to heat it back up over in the lava pool again. And once this green bar is filled up on the bottom, then we're done. Since this sword was made using all sorts of different shit, it's not going to be worth a lot of points, and it is only the one for the quest. So we'll just hand that in. He'll have a look, he'll take it, and he will give it to Obor, apparently. And then we get 6,000 smithing experience, which unfortunately doesn't give us much on the way to 84. Not that we were expecting that. And we now have access to the foundry as a whole. We're going to have to keep making swords like that for some time. Okay, and then next up, this is the shop. And you can see the things that we have to get. Pretty much every one of the top 9 things there. All of these other mold parts we don't need to get. But if I'm finding that I'm getting a lot of points really quickly, maybe I'll get them, I don't know. Probably not. But we need to at least get all of these other ones. Sadly, we didn't get any reputation for finishing the quest, but we can start now. So I'm going to start with the mithril plate bodies because they are going to give me more points. The crucible can take 7 of them at a time to fill. So that's done there. And I should probably get a commission. Let's find out what we get. Narrow spike sword, whatever. I'm not going to show very much of this. I'll show you when I get points, and if I somehow get a level. I need to set this up first. I'm an idiot. If I somehow get a level, then I'll show you that too, but I doubt it. There is also a RuneLite plugin called Easy Giants Foundry, which I'm using right now. That's going to help me out a bit. And then as you can see in the bars, this time the order of events changes from sword to sword. But that one is done. We can, nope, not that, hand in that one and get another commission. And we got some experience. And if we go to the shop, I now have 78 reputation. So let's buy the smithing catalyst. The first of the things we needed. As I say, I'll mostly be skipping through all of this process. I will also note quickly, however, that you do get paid for this as well. So for that last sword, on top of making 6,480 smithing experience, I also got 12.96k. So we might get some money back out of all this plate body trash. Alright, 3 swords done now, and I can purchase the ore pack. It generally doesn't contain anything particularly good, but let's have a look. Yeah, 2 mithril, 1 iron, 27 coal. Great. Let's put that in the bank and keep going. I've decided that I am going to be buying all of these freeform molds. I've already bought one. As you can see, there's an empty space here, and it's offering me a hell of a lot of points. So let's just keep making these swords. And you can see here, the point, exclamation mark, gives me 22 points for flat. So that puts my score here for 53 now. Pretty damn good. And since I have way more than enough plate bodies, I barely even made a dent into the mithril ones yet. It's pretty much worth it. So I'll probably buy some more, maybe not all of them, I don't know. Still haven't completely decided. But I'll probably buy a few more as I go, at least the really, really high point ones, because they are going to help me out. But while we're here, let's buy the grog. New log slot, that was required to get. And as you can see, it does have a +4 smithing boost, which, I don't know, maybe we can use that one day to make something, but for now it doesn't help us at all. Just so that you know, while I remember it, the double ammo mold cannot be purchased until you complete a dwarf cannon. You can see at the bottom of the text there, requires completion of the dwarf cannon quest to purchase, so we don't have to get that one until we complete that quest, but I am still working towards everything else. It's going to take 20,000 foundry reputation points to purchase the tunic, trousers, boots, gloves, and the colossal blade. I probably won't go after too many more of the molds there, but we'll see how we go at the moment. It's, yeah, already 20,000, so... We're actually not that far from another smithing level. Almost all of the experience you're going to get from this minigame comes as a big drop at the end, like that one there. The next one should give me level 85. Okay, another sword finished. Let's hand that one in, and there we go. Level 85 smithing. And we can now officially make runite bars, plus a few other things. With a dwarven stout, we can now make a rune axe, which might be helpful for any future woodcutting grinds we might have to do. We're a little way over 3,000 reputation. I'm going to go for the colossal blade first, because I don't care about the experience really at this point. And the smith stuff I can get later. We'll start with the big guns, the 5,000 colossal blade, and then work our way down from there. I do have enough points now that I could buy the boots or the gloves if I wanted, but as I say, I'm waiting for the colossal blade. It's taking a long time to get these points together, but we'll get there eventually. By handing in this sword, we should now, let's just get another commission real quick, have enough points, there we go, for the colossal blade. Let's buy that. That's one of our chunk tasks. I can't actually wield it yet because it requires level 60 attack, and I am currently level 42. Which, of course, 60 attack to wield this is also a chunk task that we have to do. But that is 1/4 of the points necessary to complete all of the remaining things we had to buy from Korvac. I am going to take a quick break from smithing and get some of those attack levels. Now, one of the other tasks that we have to do is kill a hill giant up here on the Giant's Plateau, which, of course, I will actually be killing a lot of because this is where I'm going to be getting my attack levels. As I said, I'm level 42, so I've got 18 levels to get. I'm going to be up here for a while. At the moment, they're still hostile towards me. I think I'm pretty close to being too high a level for them to be hostile, but I will maintain that for the meantime. Pick up whatever shit they drop. Maybe get a champion scroll. I don't know. I don't have to get them, thankfully. I should be getting a hit points level relatively soon. And of course, with all the big bones, I'm going to get some prayer levels. But I'll see you when I get some levels. You just saw me take one down, so I can mark that off of the chunk picker. Now, other than the big bones, the giant keys, and the potential for a champion scroll, these guys do drop a lot of weapons and armor. They're basically useless to me. Even to use them in the Giant's Foundry, they're really not worth it. But they do drop a lot of runes, which is good, especially lore runes, because I need more of those. I wouldn't mind some arrows. I mean, iron and steel aren't the best, but they're more arrows. And then, of course, lots of herbs, lots of seeds, money, of course, and then limpwort roots, which I'll never have a problem getting more of those. They do have other drops on the gem drop table, of course, but let's not worry too much about those. And these aren't the catacomb ones, so we can get rid of that, and the wilderness slayer ones as well. But as you can see, there are a potential few different things, but I will not be picking up the weapons and armor, basically. Well, we're only a few kills in, but there's a giant key. Since we can't unlock agility just yet, and we don't have Edgeville, we can't actually get down to fight Obor, but, you know, we'll have a few when we can fight Obor. I think I've already got 3. Our total hill giants here, yeah, we've got 4 now. And we knew that was going to come. There is another hit points level, level 55. As you saw, I didn't bring any food with me when I came out of the cave. But since the bank is just a little ways into the cave there, I can just go in and heal up whenever I need to. And our first new attack level, level 43. I'll skip showing you level 44 and I'll show you when I get level 45. We'll do 5s from then on. When I do come back to heal up, I am eating salmon mostly. That was level 45 attack. I'll see you again at 50. Just quickly while I've noticed it, we currently have a total level of 1100. We haven't quite got to level 50 attack just yet, but these big bones will give me 44 prayer. A quick note to correct myself. Earlier I said I might get the giant champion scroll, but I don't have the quest points for that, and I don't know why I thought that I did. I should also note that I'm quite heavily under rate for both giant keys and clue scrolls. I've had a total of 4 clue scrolls from the hill giants. All of them were up here on the plateau, and I can't even do 2 of them. That's these two here. They're both Wizard's Tower ones. I'm keeping the other ones over there. But for giant keys, I should be 8.2 or so at the moment. I have 6 only, including the 3 I had from previously. So quite a bit under. Hopefully that catches up eventually. I've still got a lot of giants to kill. Well, there's level 56 hit points ahead of my level 50 attack. But as you can see, level 50 attack's only going to be a couple more seconds. Maybe even on this kill itself. Okay, it was on the next kill. There it is, 50 attack. 10 to go. These bones here are going to give me level 45 prayer. Another one down. Still a fair way to go for attack levels. That is level 57 hit points right there. And as you can see in the bottom left, there is a system update in 30 minutes. Sailing, baby. Level 55 attack in before the update. Probably not going to get anything more before the update though. At this point, new attack levels are coming in at over 50 minutes. You can see I still have 49 minutes, 41 seconds on that one roughly. So it's going to be a few hours to get those last few. Probably just around 6 hours. But we'll get that last level eventually. As you can see, not much time left on the system update. One more thing I wanted to mention. I did get, so far, 3 long bones during this grind. And also my giant keys have gone up to 5 now, as you can see here in the inventory. Which is 8 total with the 3 I already had. So when and if we get Obor unlocked, we have a decent chance of getting something cool out of the chest. Well, there's the update. I suppose let's fade to black and come back in with sailing. We're back, baby. Sailing. Here it is. It's out. There's not much we can do with it, of course, because, well, we don't have Port Sarim. But let's have a quick look at the map, just see what we're up against. So, it's all been updated now. I think I've mentioned before, the Pandemonium here, that's necessary before we can really do anything with sailing. That needs to be unlocked. Of course, Port Sarim up here. And I've had a few suggestions as to how to deal with sailing. Some people think I should just treat water tiles like normal. Some people say that I should just unlock an entire sea at a time. Others just are happy with whatever. So I'll put a poll out soon and we'll see how that goes. But the chunk picker won't be unlocked just yet anyway. I'm just having a bit of a look at the new places. You can see that the Storm Tempor has taken over the area around Temporos, but that doesn't change anything as far as Temporos is concerned. But it looks like we do have a lot more map that needs to be marked as inaccessible because there is an expansion. Okay, I did quickly try to unmark some of these places. As you can see, they're not even changing color. It's just not working no matter what buttons I click. Whereas if I just click Shift and click on one of those ones, this seems to be the area where I can't yet change anything there. So I guess once some things get updated, I'll do that. In the meantime, I still have a grind to do, 60 attack. Look mate, I can't do sailing yet. Just leave me alone. We just got our first post-sailing level, attack level 56. It's going to be about an hour for another one. As you can see also, we have a lot more clue scrolls now than we were getting before. We've had a few extras other than the ones you see here. 9 of them at the moment. But the other ones were for places we couldn't go. So that's level 57 attack and 62 combat. 3 more attack levels to go before I'm done for the chunk. And it's going to be just over an hour to get the next level. Okay, with this pair of bones, we're going to have level 46 prayer. Yet another prayer level. Well, we just got level 58 hit points a couple seconds ago. Won't be long before we get another level in attack too. There's an attack level, level 58 in attack. It's going to be about an hour, 12 minutes for 59. Don't worry, by the way, we are going to do all these beginner clue scrolls that we can actually do once this attack grind is over. Maybe we'll get something fun out of a casket. There's not much to get that we really want or need. I wonder, am I the only YouTuber right now not doing the new sailing skill? I got some bad news. Apparently my clue scrolls pretty much all disappeared. So, I keep resetting the timer on them. I guess it took too long. Oops. What I'd been doing is picking one up from the pile and putting it back down and then picking up the next one. That previously worked. I don't know if there's been a change or anything, but only one of them stayed there, so maybe it only reset the one? I don't know. Either way, we still have one. I guess we'll do that when we're finished with the attack. And any others we might get between now and then. There's level 59 attack, only one level to go, and it's going to take about an hour and 20 minutes. Sandwiches? No. Chocolate. Okay, thanks. And there's level 60 attack, which is the goal that we were going for. Time to go get that big ass sword. As always, it's not enough to just have the level, I have to do the action as well, which is to wield the colossal blade. And here it is. As you can see, I can now hit 18s on accurate, and it is quite a big blade, so to just drag it around with me when I go places. Now, the colossal blade can also be used to do extra damage to larger opponents, like hill giants. And why do I always miss the first hit with a big new weapon? Come on, let's do something big. Big one. That's not that big. That's it. I'm turning on all the strength and all the attack prayer. And we're still just hitting low. Okay, well, you know. We should be able to hit high. Now, after my grind, I still only had 20 big bones to go for another prayer level. So I am going to keep killing the giants here until I get that. With these two down, it's now going to be 18, as you can see here. I also managed to get a pretty good amount of both herbs and runes, as well as other loot. I've got 9 of the giant keys in my inventory now, plus 3 that are still in the bank. This sword will also be a pretty decent flinch weapon in future due to the high attacking stats and damage bonus. The sword's actually surprisingly faster than I would think it would be. And it's been taking these guys down pretty damn quick. And that should be the last giant that I need. And with his bones, let's bury these all. And this will be level 47 prayer. No new prayer, but we were pretty close to a level, so it seemed worthwhile to finish that off. One of the good things I did get from this grind was a bunch of lore runes, so it's time to do the clue scrolls that I have over here, 8 of them. Let's get a start. Alright, is this the last step? Let's find out. Yes. Okay, well I've completed 8 of the caskets. Let's see what I get. Fish. Nothing. Hey! Parrot! I love the parrot. I always get the parrot. So good. And just in time for sailing and everything. What else can I get? Another parrot. Okay, just casually. Cabbage. Nothing, nothing. Okay. Well, we got 2 parrots, so I'll call this one Parrot 2 and the first one Parrot 1. You can't see, but I am changing them out. Wish you could wear one on either shoulder. Oh well. Well, I can have one on the shoulder and one on the ground. Don't step on my parrot. Better pick him up before he gets trampled. Okay, well with that done, I have completed this task here. 60 attack, wield a colossal blade. And I just have the other 4 slots to get now, which will cost me 15,000 points. It's been a pretty busy week for me, so I'm not going to be able to do any more since I have to now edit the video. So, we will be doing all of that next time. I hope to see you then.